Hello, everyone. My name is KJ, and I am the host of Great Talking Entertainment official channel. And today is a non spoiler review from the new Marvel Studio film in theaters right now, Captain America Brave New World. Now, you've probably seen the score that Rotten Tomato gave it, and you probably saw the score what the audience gave the film. Maybe you heard some negative reviews, sometimes you heard some positive reviews. But let me be the one to convince you if you're not sure, but you were thinking about seeing it and you want to see it, but you're not sure if it's going to be worth spending some money on movie tickets and your snacks and your drinks and all that. Well, let me be the one to convince you to go out and see Captain America Brave New World in theaters right now. But before we start, if you have seen the movie, I do have a spoiler review out now on the YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. So check it out. So I got you guys both. So sit back, relax, and let me try to convince you to go see Captain America: Brave New World. So let's get into it. So Captain America: Brave New World is an action-packed film that feels like a wild ride and it gets you on the edge of your seats. And this has a story, different stories in it between brotherhood, uh, having responsibility, being a true superhero, standing up for the people, and it has one of those full comes to full circle moment stories as well. That is very important to this film that I truly enjoy about that. Now, let's talk about the things that, well, let me rephrase it. Let's talk about the plot first. Now, the plot is very simple and it's easy to understand to follow as well. And it has twists and turns and it has a lot of shocking to it, but it was so fun to listen to and it made sense. But there was times that it got a little sloppy, a little bumpy, especially towards the end of the film. I felt like again they try to go somewhere with it, and I feel like they didn't execute it right, but it was something you could understand, again, because this is a simple plot. It's still something anybody who doesn't really watch Marvel movies, but just decided to watch it, they will still understand what's going on and why they're doing it and what's the cause of it. So, it's that simple, but I feel like at times it didn't execute it right to make its point even more clear. Now, let's start off with the things that I don't like. Now, I felt like the film was short. It was only an hour, and I felt like it needed to be 2 hours long. For that reason, is there were some characters that you've seen in this film and you kind of forget about, but if they just had a little bit more time on the screen, you would have truly understand who these characters are, why they're on the good side or on the bad side, why they're in this position, why they hang out with this person or work with that person and more. And I felt like they cut those certain things a little too short. So people forgot that this character was in it, that characters was there. And these are characters that are familiar from if you're a hardcore superhero fan slash a hardcore Marvel fan when it comes to these movies and shows, there's a lot of familiar faces, especially when it comes to the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. There was familiar characters in that film that I felt like again they needed more TV time and or not TV time, but more scenes, longer in the scenes. But I understand why they cut that short because again, this is it's in the title, Captain America. It's about Captain America and what is Captain America. So again, they made that sh- clear that that's the most important part when they made this film, obviously. But again, I just a little bit more seconds, just a little bit more minutes, and I think people would have cared more about the other characters that associate with all the other Marvel characters. So I hope that makes sense. And one thing I did again, it just felt again, I just felt short. So let's talk about the things that I did like. I did like Anthony Mack. I think he did an awesome job being Captain America. I believe he brought this character to life, and it made you realize that we still have Captain America in the MCU. Yes, it's not Steve Rogers, but this is Sam Wilson. And again, this is a passing of the torch from the Endgame film. And this is just watching somebody build those shoes up the best they can. And I felt like Anthony Mack really delivered that. The passion, the emotion made you truly understand the character Sam Wilson as a human being and where he stands and how he's viewed things since Avengers Endgame, since the snap, the blimp, and all that. Like it's all so important, and it was just something that I feel like he just nailed it and he did an awesome job. Harrison Ford did a wonderful job playing General Ross, aka the Red Hulk. He did an amazing, and I thought to me, the previous actor who passed away a few years ago, you know, he really he did such an amazing job since phase one of the MCU from the 2008 Incredible Hulk, but that actor is no longer with us. And not just in Marvel films, but in anything that's really hard to do to replace somebody after somebody has passed away due to an illness. But I felt like Harrison Ford honored this character the right way out of respect. And I also believe Harrison Ford, to me, really brought his own twist to it, his own style of how he would portray General Ross, and it felt new, it felt refreshing, and it feels like there could be more stories to tell, especially with Harrison Ford, and he did an amazing job as well, and I think Harrison Ford and Anthony Mack really did so well that I feel like the way they perform and did the dialogue, I think that it keeps the audience attention to the film, to the each character, and again, it really helped you understand the plot of this whole film. So those two guys really killed it and they nailed it. Another thing that I liked about it too is there's so much Marvel Easter eggs and reference and so much surprisings. There's some really cool cameos. Like it just gets you excited for the next Marvel project to whatever that may be, from Daredevil to Thunderbolts, like and beyond. Like it's gonna get you ready. And I only mention those two because those are the next two things that Marvel Studio has been advertising within commercials. So there's nothing spoiled about that. But really good. If I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give it an 8. Again, it was a really fun film, and I think if you just go to there with an open mind and you just sit down and relax, you're gonna enjoy this film. And yeah, there's again, the ending was great, but it was a little bumpy, a little sloppy, but nothing too bad, nothing to dwell upon. But it didn't have that ending like you would expect from the last Marvel project, which was Deadpool and Wolverine. But again, two different styles, two different types. But again, it was fun. You're gonna love this. I know you will. But that is my review, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to my non-spoiler review. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace out.